Hi, and welcome to a new series of videos. It's been a while since my last series, so I'm here to start a new one, and I'm going to focus on cursive handwriting. So in here you see the three very advanced tools that I use in my practice. Uh, any ballpoint pen will work, really. Mine is a lot of the times Uniball Signo 0.7, but any other ballpoint pen that you use that you love might work. This, which is the old-time classic pencil, that's I think is a HB or yeah HB. It will work. This is my favorite tool after all the tools I use and all the softwares I use. That actually is my favorite tool and the tool that makes it easier to write if you're not familiarized with writing by hand, which is most of us in this day and age. And this is a very similar tool. It's just a mechanical pencil that I use as well. So, okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. And this is what I'm going to be using in a few of these videos. And in here, you have the information. So the date, what's the pencil, or in this case, the gel pen that I'm using. And this is a print handwriting style. And now we are going to compare it to a cursive handwriting style. That's the measurements of the X height and the ratio I'm going to be using for the cursive handwriting. So in here, I'm going to use these lessons to turn my print handwriting into a cursive handwriting. If you are not familiarized with cursive handwriting at the beginning, it's gonna feel a little bit, it will feel slower. But as you are getting more and more comfortable with this type of writing, you will start acquiring speed. And once you acquire more speed, the slant, which is the angle of the writing, it's going to get more comfortable because the movements are going to be more flowy and more and quicker. Okay, so I'll start with this word. First one, Afghanistan. So let's do that and see that you can see everything clear. Okay, this is the real speed at writing. If you notice, there is certain rhythm into the movements. I don't have the same movements all the time. There is micro stops that I do when I join capital A to lowercase f, and then from here to lowercase g, and the same I stop at the top of the X height and then continue with the movement of the H and the N. So there is a certain rhythm that I have acquired where there is some places where I rest for half a second and then I keep on going like that. The more I write, the more comfortable I am, and the more comfortable I know where I have these micro stops to then continue the writing as well. So let's do Albania for the next one. Stop, micro stop, here again, and again, again, again. This is my rhythm at writing. All of you are different, so you might no need to stop at all, or you have these micro stops in different places, but this is how I acquire the rhythm of the writing. Next one is Algeria. Notice the space between the letters and notice how elongated are my exits to acquire a very good rhythm at writing when all the letters are together. In here, we only have one word per line, but imagine we are having a very long text and then it will be a very beautiful rhythm across. So the next one is Andorra. And the last one is Angola. Okay, so differences in the rhythm. You can see there is an angle of the writing, which is called a slant, calligraphic terms. And each of you will have a different slant depending on how comfortable you are with the writing and your speed, but definitely there is one. Um, this is cursive handwriting because every letter is done with one single movement and is also connected because every single letter is holding hands to each other. So the entire letter form is fully connected. Does it have to be fully connected? No. Sometimes we can leave a pair of letters that are not connected to each other. It's totally okay as well. It's part of the rhythm. But in these examples are all fully connected, trying to understand the rhythm and the shapes of the letter forms. So I hope this is a very quick introduction to this type of writing. And so I'll be going over a few more letters and more examples to compare what's a print writing and what we are most comfortable at seeing all the time when we send a text message, when we type on our phones, and what is something a lot more warm and quicker sometimes. Some people are very quick at this type of print writing. Some people will be quicker at this type of print writing. It all depends on your own personal preferences and also on how many hours you actually practice because it's like everything else. So I'll see you again very soon.